please, please, please stop thinking and believing and behaving like debt is a bad thing. I'm here to tell you that debt is not always a bad thing. There are some things that you can do with debt that will put you in a great financial position. There are a lot of things you can do with debt that'll put you in a financial chokehold. Unfortunately, for the 90%, you guys continue to use debt on consumer goods. You continue to buy things that don't increase in value, don't make you any money, and hurt your overall net worth. So let's look real quick, because I know you guys, for a lot of you, you've never heard this. Whenever you hear the term debt, you immediately go to a place where debt is a bad thing. You've always been told debt is bad. Stay out of debt. Dave Ramsey, debt is a bad thing. Susie Orman. And I'm here to tell you that that's one of the big differences. There are many big differences between the 10%, the 90%. The 10% being those who think like the minority, and the 90% being those who think like the majority. The majority, when they hear the word debt, they're always going to think, debt, stay away from it, it's a bad thing, it's going to hurt me, it's going to crush me, it's going to hurt my credit score, all that. And then when the 10%, the rich and the wealthy mindset, when they think about it, the rich think about it, they think about debt as, can I use debt to make more money? See, the difference is just mindset, because the mindset's going to govern your next step, it's going to govern your behavior. So if you look at debt, right now, there are a lot of you who have the opportunity to do something different to help yourself to make money that does not include your job or your paycheck. And you don't necessarily have the money in your bank to do it. You don't make enough money to do it, but you might have access to some debt. You might have access to a credit card. You might have access to a loan or some borrowed money from a friend or family, right? But you won't move on it. No. You won't move on it. Why? Because you've always been told, now you've been conditioned to believe that debt is a bad thing. Whereas the rich, they're going to get the debt, acquire the asset, let the asset appreciate, produce cash flow, and then use the cash flow to buy the liability. So that's one of the major differences, and people don't talk about it enough. There is good debt, there's bad debt. Debt within itself is not good, it's not bad. It depends on utilization. Depends on what are you going to do with this debt. So if you decide that, you're going to use debt to buy a car, buy a house, you're going to use debt to take a vacation, you're going to use debt to eat out at a nice restaurant and go out and get lit, then again, all bad debt. So I'm not telling you don't do it, I'm just telling you it's bad debt. Now, good debt, in my definition, this is my definition of good debt. Good debt is debt that's paid off, right? Debt that's used to acquire an asset, and the asset is paid off, or debt that's used to acquire even a liability in this case. So essentially, good debt is debt that someone else pays back for you. Does that make sense? So if I use debt to buy if I use debt to buy, just throwing it out there, a house, then if I have to live in a house and pay the debt back, now we got a problem, it's bad debt. But if I rent the house to you and let you pay the debt back, then it's good debt. I have an asset, which is the house. Now, if I live in it and pay for it, it's a liability. But since I don't live in it and I rent it to you, I have an asset. That asset produces cash flow through you, and now you pay the mortgage, you put money in my pocket, and I still own the asset. Still debt, but the other person, the 90%, would use the debt to get the house, live in the house, pay for the house with a paycheck from a job. See the difference? So again, it's utilization. My point is, stop believing, a lot of you just need to be reprogrammed. I wish there was a way we can just take the old floppy disk out and get rid of it and reprogram. Let's get an update. You know how these phones are always updating software? We need software updates where we can just update our software. And you can do it, but a lot of you, you're too lazy. You won't make the effort to read a book, watch a bunch of videos and learn some things you don't know, and take some chances. A lot of you won't do that. I want this channel to consist of the 10%, not the 90%. I want the 90% to come in, and we want to change you and convert you to the 10%. That's the goal of this channel. So I hope you guys got something from this video. If you enjoyed it, got any value, smash the thumbs up. If you would like to get into any, because I'm thinking about doing this, so guys, let me know if you need any one-on-one personal finance coaching. I'd be happy to, based on the things I've learned, things I teach on this channel. All you have to do is put yes in the comments, YES, and I can reach out to you, set something up. We can have a talk, a discussion, see what we can do for you. But I hope this video blesses you. I hope it changes your life. And you need to understand, you need a reset, a financial makeover, whatever you want to call it. You need to unlearn the things you've learned and learn some new things to change your life. I got to go. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. See you in the next video. Peace.